Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. Now, may I draw your attention to the like button underneath this video? If you could, please hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. We can all agree that 2020 has been a crazy year, right? We can all also agree that 2021 has not fared any better. I don't really know how else to introduce this, but I saw the episode Kwarantine Krab. That's a Spongebob episode that was never released for obvious reasons. I was recently able to acquire the episode and decided to check it out. So I'll talk about a little bit of what the episode is. I'm not going to get into spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it yet. While in the Krusty Krab, it is believed by the health inspector that either SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Pearl, or Mrs. Puff has something called the clam flu. Due to this, he shuts the Krusty Krab down and puts everyone into quarantine. Now everyone basically freaks out trying to figure out who is sick while also trying to keep from being sick. To be very honest with you, this was actually a pretty good episode. I found myself enjoying it. It was honestly kind of funny to see just how each of the characters reacted to the current situation that they were in and how some of them turned on each other and just how crazy things got near the end. This episode may not be for everyone though, I mean, since in some ways a lot of crazy and silly stuff happens in this episode, although that's what's been happening lately with a lot of newer episodes of SpongeBob now. It certainly has been getting crazier and very random at times, so if anything, if you like the newer episodes of SpongeBob and the new style that they've been going in recently, then I think you'd like this episode just fine. It is a shame though, if 2020 never 2020'd, this episode would have been aired on Nickelodeon. Unfortunately, it seems like the episode will never see the light of day. As good as an episode Kwarantine Krab was, it unfortunately was just very bad timing. If it were to have been released during this pandemic at all, it probably would have been slammed by a lot of people for being in bad taste. Hell, if it was released a little earlier before the pandemic happened, it probably would have still gotten the same reception. Episodes take months to complete. It was probably in development sometime in mid-2019 for all we know. Who would have thought that we would be in our current situation? When you see the episode though, it is kind of crazy how relevant it is. I guess it's not really all that hard when you really think about it to make an episode or a movie about some sort of sickness that's rampantly spreading across the globe, and when it happens in our actual world, that episode or movie is suddenly very relevant. Hell, the SpongeBob musical has even been said to be kind of relevant to our current situation. And if you have seen the musical, yeah, in certain ways you would understand why. Now, I do have to wonder though, will this be an episode that could be released far into the future? It's probably possible. Once this pandemic is over, it will not surprise me in the slightest if we start having pieces of media that actually kind of pokes a little fun at what we're going through. And if that were to be the case, maybe that would be the time that they would release an episode like this. This pandemic will be on our minds for a very long time. Though thinking about it, however, this may be one of those things that when we do look back on it, we probably would not want to relive those moments again. So when it comes to the future of this episode, it is very uncertain. Most likely we'll never see this being officially released. Well, at least not in the States anyway. It was released in a couple of other countries, I believe. Makes sense, I guess, considering the fact that we are still the worst in terms of this current pandemic. If you were lucky enough to have been able to see the episode, tell me what your thoughts were in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.